The Ones Who Live is going in a pretty unexpected direction, and the question that comes to mind is if the CRM and the Commonwealth will fight each other. Is there any chance that the Commonwealth could actually take on the CRM? So let's see. People always told me that the Commonwealth could never take on the CRM, but I think that they are missing a few crucial factors. So we know that the CRM has 250,000 people and the Commonwealth only has around 50,000 people. But here's the thing, we have no idea how many soldiers both forces have, but we do know how experienced the soldiers are and how good weapons they have. So I divided this comparison into three parts. First, weapons, second, soldier experience, and third, size of the army. So the Commonwealth soldiers use the AR-15, which is a semi-automatic rifle. It also has a bayonet at the end. They have some other weapons like knives, but mainly they have the rifle. We saw that the rifle can be very precise and the bayonet is also extremely sharp. It slices the heads of walkers like butter. Now on their armor is straight up terrible. It's basically just for the show. The armor is made out of plastic and is very bad in practice. We don't know yet where they found the armor, but I think this Reddit user made a good guess. My guess is they found a warehouse full of hundreds of pieces of paintball armor and decided to use it, thinking it would be a good uniform or means of protection for the military. That makes sense, it's an illusionary armor. Pretty on point, I'd say. I mean, I don't have much experience with this stuff, but the armor in general can be very distracting. So it's bad, bulky armor just for putting on a show. And they always wear this mask thingies that clearly block their peripheral vision very much. So this is all not looking very great. The rifle is great, but the armor is just for putting on a show. Now the CRM. The rifles that the CRM uses in general are customized M4A1 carbines with a scope. They also have a spring-loaded stabbing implement, which is just a fancy bayonet. Now the armor is the first field where the CRM is greatly superior to the Commonwealth. You see, their armor actually makes sense. We saw many different variants of the armor, and CRM is in general not as standardized as the Commonwealth, but in general the armor is not that bulky and it protects from walker bites but still allows a lot of movement. Armor seems to get bulky higher we go in ranks, with sergeant majors and command sergeant majors being very elite with a lot of secondary weapons and other things attached to the armor. The armor also protects the head, but it doesn't block peripheral vision like the goggles of the Commonwealth soldiers do. So we could continue to go deeper, but if we compare the AR-15 used by the Commonwealth and the M4A1 from the CRM, I'd say in general, in a nutshell, AR-15 is probably a little better, but both are great rifles nonetheless. So rifles are pretty close and armor is definitely better in the CRM. If you like this video, punch the subscribe button. Right, next, soldier skillness. The Commonwealth soldiers have minimal training. They basically let in more or less anybody. The training they go through is basically just fighting a few walkers in an enclosed environment. Even Lance once shitted on the soldiers, so I'm pretty sure they are less capable than an average cop, which is pretty bad. Here's where the CRM really comes up as superior. Their training probably lasts at least a few months, as seen in The Ones Who Live. And even when you become a soldier, you need years to actually build up authority, so the CRM soldiers are significantly more experienced and capable in combat with walkers, humans, indoors or outdoors. CRM wins again. Now the size of the army. This is probably the hardest part to determine. We know that the Commonwealth has around 50,000 people and CRM has around 250,000 people, but it's extremely hard to say which army is larger. I get that people think that the CRM has a bigger army, but the Commonwealth lets more or less anybody into the army, while the CRM might have a smaller portion of the whole population being soldiers. So although CRM soldiers are just better qualitatively, it's really hard to give any real numbers for the quantity of the armies. But there's another thing that really shouldn't be forgotten. CRM has bombs, helicopters and who knows what else, while the Commonwealth has way less advanced weapons. So although the primary rifles used by both armies are close, CRM has more experienced soldiers with better armor and better military technology and vehicles. So it's not even close, CRM wins every single time. But let's see if there's a way for the Commonwealth to somehow win with a lot of help. This video isn't just a hypothetical scenario, there's a big chance that this fight is gonna happen. As we saw in The Ones Who Live so far, it seems that Alexandria will get destroyed by the CRM, which could cause a war as Alexandria is now a Commonwealth outpost. So there's a big chance that this fight will happen. Scott Gimple has said many times that he wants to make an ending with all characters reuniting and fighting the CRM. So if the Commonwealth gets help from everyone in all spin-offs, they might be able to take down the CRM. I mean, think about it. Rick wants to change the CRM. They have help from the inside. Inside the Civic Republic, there are just just regular people, so if Rick takes down General Bale, he could change the CRM for the better, just like the Commonwealth was changed in The Walking Dead season 11. So the Commonwealth alone has absolutely no chance, but if we get help from Rick and Michonne inside the CRM, if Daryl somehow convinces people in France to go help them, if Negan comes to help as well with his Manhattan people, and if the third community in the Alliance of Three also comes to help, which is like 100,000 people, they could do it. It sounds far-fetched, but after a few years of preparation for this in all of the spin-offs, this could be one of the most likely scenarios how the whole universe will end.
Rick